Good morning, everybody. Today is Tuesday morning, and then you know very well that on Sunday we posted a very nice interview by Mr. Sinky Mnisi. So we want to look at that now. So I'm together with the team. It's myself, Sobre Boys Walfatsi, together with Jacob Ntwentle Silematsela, and last born, Tsepang Khole. Jackie, welcome the viewers and greet them.
Thank you, Tau. Thank you for welcoming me. Good morning to all the viewers at home. And here we are once more. We really appreciate your support. And then we are here to discuss further concerning our football. We're not killing football, but we are fixing football. Thank you very much.
I like that. I like that. Tsepang, last born, will you kindly greet the viewers and then so that we get started?
Yes, good morning to you, Mr. Shabalala, and to you, Mr. Jackie, and to the viewers out there. Hope everyone is okay. And yeah, we've got nothing but positive news that we can offer. So hope everyone enjoys the show. Thank you very much.
Okay. As we were talking, there was a bit of feedback, but apparently I've controlled it. Just check. We had this discussion with Mr. Mnisi. We're profiling him, but the good news is he gave us what transpired, all right? And then he also indicated that the matter will be resolved on Thursday. So if probably we need the results after Thursday, probably we may try to see whether we can get to Lahanyo, because he says the results or the outcome will be given out by the SAFPU, the Football Union Association of the Players, led by Tulakhai. Now, I'm sure you listened to the interview very well. What was really concerning was the fact that he said they, as Royal AM, they were not given an opportunity to respond. And then we spoke about that, whether is it a good thing to be done or not, because that bothers along the lines of destroying somebody's image without giving him or her the opportunity to respond. So I've been looking even last night whether to see there was anything that has been posted by Far Post contrary to what Mamkiza has said, and nothing. There was something that Sepang saw, but when he went back, and then apparently it was not there again. So guys, you listened. So I don't know what's your take, because we need to encourage responsible journalism, because this is all about the lives of the people, you know, their livelihood and so on. We are not criticizing Far Post. Maybe they have a contrary information, all right? So, but it would be nice to see that contrary information coming forth. But up to when we are doing the show, we had not had an opportunity to see the contrary information. So what's your take, guys? I don't know whether do you want me to relate, or any one of you want to relate what Mr. Mnisi said? No, Jackie, I see that your mic is off. And then you are talking, and then your mic is off. Okay, Tsepang, get going, because Jackie's mic is off. All right, now he's back. All right, guys, I was saying, do any one of you wants to relate what Mr. Mnisi said, what transpired, okay? So we are saying what Mr. Mnisi said, and then let's dissect that. Who wants to, give information as far as that is concerned?
Okay, I can start with it.
All right.
I think we need, let's look at some key aspects that you mentioned. For an example, he touched on the issue of 8 players who were not able to receive payment due to issues with their contracts needing to be finalized. The key word is finalized. Remember, this is an existing team, but now how come the contracts are not being finalized? So this is a clear indication to me that Mr. Mnisi mentioned the fact that some of these players, they don't even have any contracts. They don't have their original contracts. So he had to go to the PSL to get copies. So they don't have contracts. That is another concern, a very, very big concern, especially to professional players without any contracts. And he even mentioned the fact that he personally called the union president, Mr. Haushubeli, to come out and assist. That aspect, I definitely commend the Royal AM team for doing that, because for me, that is transparency. And then another aspect that he mentioned on the issue of 8 players. Okay, not the issue of 8 players. Another one is the issue of sharing rooms, being 4 or 5 in a room. And then he mentioned that these are friends, and they asked to be put in the same room. And that particular statement was also emphasized and uttered by Masuku. Masuku, who is one of the players, who is a former Orlando Pirates player. He mentioned that, no, they are friends. They asked to be put in that one room so that they can be able to share. No one forced them to stay in that particular room. So that issue, for me, it's very critical as well, because you cannot just have an allegation against another team, whereas your house is not in order. These people are friends, and they asked to be given that opportunity to stay together. And then another aspect, I'll just list them quickly so that we can talk about them. He said, they are not responsible for housing players and their families. These are professional players who earn salaries and are liable for their own housing arrangements. As a team, they only provide accommodation in season when the team is camping at the base. So this is not their aspect. However, he mentioned the fact that now this is an ongoing matter and it will be sorted by Thursday. And then we will be able to get the outcome from the union itself. Well, in a nutshell, I don't want to talk about the journalist and whatever. Let's dissect on these particular 3 issues that I've just mentioned right now. Maybe that will give us a better way forward.
Yeah, no,
we can start with the issue of maybe housing players.
No. Why, before you go there, he said there were players that were going to be given accommodation. All right. Yes. There were players who were going to be given accommodation. But you are right when he said the players didn't have the original contract, right? And what was also amazing, he said the deal was concluded 2 weeks before the 13th, when I think the 13th of August, yes, when this matter was now supposed to, to be concluded finally. But now what was surprising, Celtics were signed a contract with another player or some players, knowing very well that they don't own the team anymore. That's a question of responsibility, that I'm a little bit worried about. And then he also mentioned that there was a player who communicated with him via WhatsApp. And then when he's trying to explain, the player said, you know, why you guys have terminated my contract. I think that was the allegation. So as he was engaging that player, it came to a point whereby Mr. Mnisi said, the way you talk to me, there is no sign of respect. Remember, respect, it's another word of the big R. There's no sign of respect because at some point, the player was saying, Linaki Chumia. Do you understand? Yeah, it's a two-way traffic, but I'm happy because the agent spoke to the player. The player apologized several times to Mr. Mnisi. But what I want to say, it's important that in whatever discussion or interaction that we have, respect is very important. Then you'll win a lot of friends going forward. And then again, the other burning issue was they know that they were supposed to pay 3.5 million, okay, which was due to the former goalkeeper of Bloemfontein Celtics. And then unfortunately, or fortunately, the PSL paid that goalkeeper, but PSL said they will deduct it from them, from Celtics. So they agreed to that condition. But what surprised them was it was deducted at once. But there was no mechanism in the contract. How was the money going to be deducted? You see, so those are some of the many issues. But we don't want to open up the wounds, you see. Probably, you know, once people understand about all these happenings, that will help people understand how things unfolded, and probably the authorities, either in Royal AM, the former Bloemfontein Celtics, the PSL, will also listen to what we are saying and also what Mr. Mnisi said. And then we will see an improvement going forward. So those are some of the issues that I wanted to bring to the viewers' attention. Now, my question to the viewers out there, what's your take about the level of responsibility, not only among soccer players, among South Africans in general? Are we responsible enough? Are we respectful enough? All right. What's your take? All right. Last one, I don't know whether you want to add.
Yes, what you said right now regarding respect is what I was about to say actually, because this whole matter is a matter of a lot of disrespect came into place during this whole situation, and no one wants to take responsibility. I think the responsibility part is the problem because a lot of information has been shared and actions have been brought forward, but no one wants to take responsibility. You know, false information, probably a middleman, also in between the players and the we could say the club. You know, there's one person, probably maybe one or two, who are actually causing a lot of controversy amongst the players and the club. You know, I don't know why, but this whole thing it made things to be where they are right now. And the way I see it, and the way Mr. Sinky was explaining it, you know, it was really unnecessary for them to do such. You know, so whoever took that picture also and gave Far Post the information that they gave them, you know, I don't know what they were hoping to achieve in that, but I think it just made things worse because now we're even explained on how our things are, and this is what's happening and how our things actually are operating at the club. So now a lot of wounds are being opened, which probably we were not even supposed to know, but they managed to tell us everything. So That's what I'm saying. It's a matter of responsibility. No one right now is being accountable and wants to take responsibility, regarding this whole matter. So that is why they are here where they are right now. And it's going to make a lot of players lose their jobs at the end of the day. Because now clearly they are just doing it for themselves, but not for the team. So that's why I'm confused. What's the players' agendas? Like, what agenda do they have? Probably, I don't know someone is advising these people. I don't know who it is. That's why I'm saying there's a middleman. But whoever is pulling these strings, clearly they're doing a very bad job at it, and they are costing the players at the end of the day. Because Rowan AM can have a brand new set, a whole new set of new players. They don't need the players that they have right now. They can still get new players, and then they have their full squad again. So what will happen to the old players? So it's not just they're just hurting themselves. They're not benefiting anything out of this whole thing.
But honestly speaking, to be honest and fair enough, I don't think he did mention, players, managers. He didn't mention those. All right. It's only one manager that he spoke to pertaining to a player where the manager did a good job by disciplining the player and the player apologized. So the way I understand it, he's not blaming anyone to come in between. For me, I think it has to do with the players. At some point, he says a player was earning about 60,000 rand, but all of a sudden, the player had to inflate the salary to 90,000. It's a question of responsibility. How responsible are you? How do you do that? Jackie apparently wanted to ask a question, or have you freezed the game? Seems as if he has freezed the game. Yeah, he seems to have freezed the game. Yeah, are you back? Jackie?
You are back.
No, I've been on. I've been No, just as Sepa is on your side. Sepa?
Yeah, he was lost, but he's back now.
Who, Jackie?
Yes, Mr. Jackie was lost. Yes.
No, Jackie, it's you who were lost. It's not me. Yeah, so it's all about players. You know very well that you're earning 60,000 rand. Why do you inflate it to 90,000? And then he said they are having about 65 players, which is a very huge number. Okay. So yeah, like Sepang says, it may end up not good because some players may lose their jobs. All right, on the basis of they were not honest enough. It calls a question of honesty among us as people. We need to be honest. But I must say, we don't want to hammer on what Far Post has done. Remember, the media, they still use that law that they cannot reveal their sources. So that's not what I want to talk about. I want to talk about responsibility per se. We need to start showing responsibility. I don't know, you as the viewers out there, what's your take? How do you as a person, you are a player, you lie and say I was earning 90,000 rand, and you know very well that you're earning 60,000 rand. So let's take it from there, guys. What's your take?
Look, players must learn to be honest. If anywhere, it can be a company, it can be wherever. This is a clear case whereby this person must have been disciplined for lying, for being dishonest, and this person was going to be dismissed because of being dishonest within the company protocols. It's not acceptable. So players need to be responsible and accountable in any way, whatever that they're doing, especially the youngsters. They must learn. They must learn to be responsible. That is not acceptable.
Moreover, when they say they do not have contracts, remember, The mere fact that
I
you
was
don't
still
have,
there.
yeah. Moreover, you
No.
didn't have. No. I think the problem is on your side. Sepan, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can
Mr.
hear you.
Shabalala,
No. I think the problem is on your side, Jakey. Your connection. Yes, freeze the game.
Mr.
No. We can hear you, but you are breaking. All right. Moreover, they say, I find it very puzzling that the players didn't have original contract with them. If you don't have original contract, in essence, you don't have a contract. Did you understand? So I don't know
Network is unstable here, guys.
Yeah, I can see that you have an unstable internet connection on your side. Moreover, you know, if you don't have a contract, do you think that those people are not going to look at somewhere PSL to check whether what does the contract say when you inflate? I don't know what was happening. Maybe it's time that we need to educate our people to be responsible. Like Jackie has said, it has nothing to do with football, in life in general. So I don't know, Tsepan, you want to add so that we move on? So we don't know, you as the viewers out there, what's your take? Give us your comment.
Yes, no, we can give it to our viewers, can give us their opinion regarding this matter, you know. But I think anyone can testify to what's happening here, that it's just a matter of responsibility. I think we've been preaching this word today on the show maybe 20 times, you know, or more. It's just a matter of responsibility. One needs to be liable and accountable and take responsibility for their actions. So I hope going forward, maybe the issue now is being resolved. It's resolved officially, you know, but we'll hear on Thursday. But also, when it comes to the players, it must be an eye opener for certain individuals, you know, because now anything can happen to them from now on. It's not like they own the good books also. So it's all about the club. Also, the club's identity, the club's name gets tarnished regarding all of this, and it's really bad, you know, when it comes to the image of the club. And mind you, the players must remember that it's their reputation also. It's also on the line, because now, in order for them to survive, they need to be within the club. So if they're not within the club, then they won't survive, you know. It's their livelihoods that we're talking about. So certain things, you must just think before you act, you know. You can't just act and then think otherwise after. So it's just a matter of responsibility, you know. It's just a matter of responsibility.
Jackie, you want to say something before we move on?
We can move on. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. Let people go out there and continue to comment. And then, yeah, let's see. Like Jackie said, we are not here to harm football, but we are here to fix football. It's not to say it's broken. You know, we are just trying to sharpen where things are going wrong or astray to put them right. Thank you very much. See you lunch hour.
Thank you very much.